Once, high in the mountains, where the wind carried the whispers of old wisdom, lived a giant Guruji. His presence was calm yet powerful, like the silence before sunrise. One day, a young boy of 20 climbed those mountains. His name was Arav. His heart was full of dreams, to become successful, respected, to live a life of meaning. But he had one problem. His mind was like a storm. He wanted to study, but his phone would call him. He wanted to work, but distractions pulled him. He wanted peace, but his own thoughts never allowed him to rest. He had heard stories of Guruji, the wise teacher who had helped many lost minds find their path. So he bowed before the old master and said softly, "Guruji, I want to discipline my mind. Please show me the way." Guruji looked at him, not with judgment, but with kindness. He said, "Discipline of the mind is the greatest victory, my child. Without it, even the strongest will fail. With it, even the weakest will rise." Then Guruji gave him a simple task. He handed Arav a clay pot filled with water and said, "Walk around my garden, but not a single drop should fall." Arav thought, "That's easy." But as he walked, he heard birds singing, children laughing, the rustling of leaves, the colors of flowers. His eyes wandered, his ears chased sounds, and by the time he returned, half the water was gone. Guruji smiled gently. "Do you see, child? This pot is like your goal, and the water is your focus. Every distraction, every wandering thought takes away your strength. By the time you finish your journey, you are left with nothing." Arav lowered his head. He understood, but his journey had only begun. That night, Arav sat by the fire thinking. He remembered all the times he promised himself, "I'll start tomorrow," but tomorrow never came. He thought about how many hours he had wasted on social media, meaningless talks, and empty entertainment, and suddenly he felt the weight of his wasted time. Guruji, noticing his silence, said, "My son, your mind is like a wild horse. If you let it run free, it will throw you into ditches. But if you train it, it will carry you to your destiny." Arav asked, "But Guruji, how do I train this wild horse?" Guruji raised his hand and shared 4 timeless rules. 1. Control your thoughts. Whenever your mind runs away, pull it back. Do not fight it. Guide it gently again and again. 2. Build a routine. Discipline grows in structure. Wake up, sleep, study, eat at fixed times. A disciplined life makes a disciplined mind. 3. Remove distractions. Your phone, gossip, useless activities. They are thieves of your focus. Keep them away when you work. 4. Be consistent. Discipline is not built in one day. Like drops filling a pot, your small efforts daily will shape your future. Arav listened like a thirsty traveler drinking water after a long walk. The next day, Arav began small. He woke up with the sunrise, no matter how tired he was. He kept his phone aside while studying. Whenever his mind wandered, he whispered to himself, "My goal is my pot of water. I will not spill it." At first it was difficult. His mind screamed for comfort, for distractions. But Arav remembered Guruji's words and patiently pulled his mind back. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. Slowly his concentration deepened. He could study for hours without moving. He could work with sharp focus. His confidence grew. One year later, a grand competition was announced in the city. Students had to solve difficult problems under great pressure. Thousands joined. Many panicked. Many gave up. But Arav, He remembered Guruji's pot of water, one question at a time, one breath at a time, calm, steady, disciplined. When the results were declared, Arav's name was at the top. The boy who once couldn't sit for 10 minutes had now become a master of focus. The crowd cheered, his parents cried with pride, and Guruji simply smiled. Because the real victory was not the trophy, it was Arav's mind. Disciplined, calm, unstoppable. Guruji placed his hand on Arav's shoulder and said, "Remember, my child, intelligence and talent may open the first door, but only a disciplined mind will carry you through all the doors of life." And Arav, with tears in his eyes, whispered, "I understand now, Guruji. The mind is not my enemy. It is my greatest tool, if I train it." My friends, Arav's story is not just his. It is yours, mine, and everyone's who struggles with a restless mind. The truth is simple. Success is not about how smart you are. It is about how well you can discipline your mind. So ask yourself tonight, am I spilling my water every day, or am I carrying it carefully toward my goal? Your next chapter of life begins the moment you take charge of your mind. Start small. Start today. If this story touched your heart, don't let the message fade away. Like this video to remind yourself daily of the power of discipline. Share it with a friend who needs clarity in their life. And subscribe so that together we can walk this path of wisdom, discipline, and inner strength. Because the most powerful victory is mastering your own mind.